The threat of massive Khalistani protests at the Indian High Commission in Ottawa in Canada and at Indian mission offices in Toronto and Vancouver, that was a call given for Monday, produced only a tiny trickle of protesters. The very ambition for large protests had been wound down ahead of these planned protests, and at the Indian High Commission in Toronto, the target was reduced to about 100, and that protest began with a handful of 10 or 12 at the time it was due to begin, and only a few more turned up later, well under 100 at peak. And the number was only slightly larger in Vancouver, an estimated 150 or so, and considerably less than 100 outside the Indian High Commission offices in Ottawa. This call for protests was given by the group Sikhs For Justice, led by Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, and he had given a call to shut down Indian missions in Canada and outside as well on Monday amidst the use of threatening language of the usual kind. But the level of turnout was a visible sign that this group commands far less support than is sometimes believed or imagined. His call to protest had been far from inspiring even among Khalistanis, and the events on Monday very visibly underlined that. The police certainly did make arrangements. Barricades were set up outside all three missions, and a number of police officers, including armed officers, were on duty outside the missions. The protest, such as it was, came a week after Prime Minister Trudeau delivered those bombshell allegations linking India with the killing of Khalistan leader Hardeep Singh Nijjar on June the 18th, allegations that the Indian government very strongly denies. So this pot of allegations and reactions has since then been boiling over every day, and this might have seemed then the time for some huge powering of or outburst of anger amongst Canadian Khalistanis that the SFJ sought to tap. It didn't come. Canada is, we are told, home to about 770,000 Sikhs, and if no more than a couple of hundred turned up to protest across cities in Canada at a time like this, then those two numbers taken together say perhaps more about Pannu and the SFJ and his claims than any commentator could.